a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, was selected on the all-time WNBA first team today as a rookie. The last time this happened, Candace Parker was playing in the league. How does it feel to be a Caitlin Clark hater today? Sending Caitlin Clark haters well wishes, because it has to be tough. Game 3 takes place tonight. New York Liberty, Minnesota Lynx. What are your predictions? South Carolina stepped on the court last night for their exhibition preseason game, and they're not looking very dominant to me. Angel Reese is viral again. We're going to talk about that and much more right after the intro. All right. Let's take a look at a main Caitlin Clark hater.
If you're a college player and you're a great college player, like Caitlin was, the delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. There were actually odds on she's third or fourth in betting odds on being MVP of the WNBA. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid that it gives women's basketball a bad name. Okay, so the kid was set up for failure right from the beginning. So if you're a WNBA player, and believe me, I've coached the best, and I've pissed them off a lot, and they let me know about it, but they were tremendously disrespected. And none of them are going to say it, but human nature is, okay, this kid's coming into the league, and Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. And they all jumped over her, but they didn't read the whole thing that she said. But nobody's printing. Diana Taurasi was right. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie. And if you're a WNBA player, if you're any kind of player, you're going to say, I'm going to make a statement. Targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. There's a huge target on this kid's back. I thought Cameron Brink said something really smart. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years. But they've been put out to be that because the way social media is today. So what kind of impact is this rookie class having in the WNBA?
What's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode. Oh, my goodness. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. What's up, Lit Pharaoh X, Lit Season, RC, Lori, I see you in the chat, Al Smear, and Sade. Lauren, I know you out there. What's up, everybody? What's up, W360 family? If you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the W360, okay? If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much, okay? And make sure, if you have not, shop the W360.com, grab your merch. New merch is being added. We're sliding into the college season, okay? So new merch is being added, and it will continue to grow. And to those of you who have gotten your merch, thank you so much for sending me pictures. Lit T Season says she got her merch. I love it. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support, okay? Thank you. What's up, everybody? Someone please send help to Geno. My God, talk about a take that has spoiled like milk that has aged like milk. Geno Auriemma, you look like a fool. You look like a fool now. You didn't have to go out like this, Geno. You're a real respected coach. You put many players in the league. But my goodness, someone check on Geno. Call the authorities and send a wellness check to his home. Because it has to be a hard day today. It has to be a hard day for Geno Auriemma and other Clark WNBA haters. Talk about looking dumb. Dumb. My goodness, Geno. You're smarter than that. You're smarter than that, Geno. You've been in this league a long time, but you called people like myself who said Caitlin Clark was going to come into this league and tear it apart, and that's what she did. That's what she did. She's on the WNBA all first team. She's on the WNBA all first team. I thought I had it up here. Alongside Napheesa Collier, your player, A'ja Wilson, Breanna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, and Alyssa Thomas. Shout out to the WNBA All-Star, not All-Star, but first team. My goodness, Geno. I'd never call you for a bet. I'd never call you for predictions. If I knew how to gamble, Geno, I'd never put my money on what you say. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't even know. My goodness, Geno Auriemma. Let me get the image up here. Give me 1 second, folks. Let me get the image up here. Here we go. Geno, what are you saying now? Caitlin Clark, White Jesus, is alongside of your product that you put in the league as well. At this point, Geno, I think the only thing people need to tell you is to shut your pie hole. You shut your pie hole right now, Geno. You shut your pie hole. You don't know what you're talking about. With all your experience, you still don't know. Woo, what did they say about life? One thing about those tables, they always turn. That's what happened, Geno. You shouldn't have been a goof or a hater. That's what you are. The only thing I hope now is that Paige shows up. You better hope, Geno, because I'm watching. You better hope Paige Bueckers shows up this season, or you're going to look even more crazy. There's going to be even more pie on your face. Shout out to White Jesus, all WNBA first team. At least the WNBA got this right. At least the WNBA got this right, because Lord knows they don't have a great streak of getting things right, but at least they got this right. Now, one thing that they did get wrong, in my opinion, not to be negative, but in my opinion, Alyssa Thomas has no business being on this team. None. What is Alyssa Thomas doing up here? She stinks. She's just a bully. That's it. Alyssa Thomas stinks. She stinks. I don't know what this allegiance is that the WNBA has to Alyssa Thomas, but there is no way she deserves to be on this team. She's a rugby player at best. That's it. That's it. She's not likable. Her game doesn't translate to the average audience. She's a stinky, dirty diaper. Who put her on this team? Let's take a look. How many people voted for Alyssa Thomas? 39 people voted for Alyssa Thomas. 39 people voted for Alyssa Thomas right there at the bottom, folks. The last name, she should be last. The last name, 39 people voted for Alyssa Thomas to be on the WNBA All-Star, the WNBA first team, and 20 people said the second team. Who were the voters that said she shouldn't be considered in this conversation at all? She stinks. My goodness, get these media members out of here. Sweep them away. Sweep, sweep, sweep them out. Continue to clean up this league. Because these voters are clearly compromised because they figure Alyssa Thomas, she's been in the league so long, she has the wife DeWanda Bonner. She's just so strong. Well, tell her to go wrestle. Join the WWF. Go talk to Vince McMahon or someone, but she needs to be out of this league. She stinks. Alyssa Thomas stinks. Alyssa Thomas stinks. She has no business being on this team with white Jesus. None. Put her in a ring. Maybe she can bring the NWO back. Maybe she could bring the Wolfpack back. Do something with wrestling. But your tenure in this league is up, Alyssa. It's up. Up like the thermostat on a day in July in Texas. Up. Your time is up. Alyssa Thomas stinks. Stinks! What's up, Miss Fans? Seriously. Also, for the second team, let me pull it up here. Second team, all WNBA. Shout out to Sabrina Ionescu, Kalia Copper, Nneka Ogwumike, Arike Ogumbawale, and Jonquel Jones. Now, if you ask me, I think Sabrina should be on the first team. Sabrina Ionescu should have been on the first team. I would take any one of these on the second team over Alyssa Thomas. And then if we're having a conversation about first and second team, where is Kelsey Mitchell? Who are these voters? Are you watching the season? Kelsey Mitchell deserves to be on either first or second team. One or the other. I would drop Alyssa Thomas. I low-key would drop Kyle Copper. Nneka Ogwumike could go too. Her and her sister. They could go too. Who are these voters? Seriously. Seriously. Get Alyssa Thomas off this graphic. And then on this graphic, if you look at it closely, guys, this is how unserious they are. They spelled Caitlin Clark. This is how bad they did not want Caitlin Clark on this team. They spelled her name wrong. Cailtin. They didn't want to put her on there so bad. They didn't even spell her name right. They were so mad just typing it. Just end the season. Go ahead and wrap this up this week. It's the last week of the WNBA. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Okay? And get rid of the admin. Get rid of this media that's not serious, most of them. Get rid of them. Clean up this league. Clean up the league. Seriously. Who needs enemies when you have an employer like the WNBA? They hate her. They hate growth. They hate money. They hate fans. All of it. You guys are embarrassing. Seriously. Nonetheless, Caitlin Clark has joined Elite's company to make the first team All WNBA since Candace Parker. Mind you, the year Candace Parker made the All WNBA team, she was a rookie and she got the MVP, which I think we all know White Jesus should have at least gotten a vote. But nonetheless, other players that made the All WNBA first team their rookie season was Candace Parker, like I said, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and Tamika Catchings. I'll say that again. Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and Tamika Catchings. Diana. Reality is here. You ever been to a place and you didn't want someone to come in the room and there they are, walking right through the door, and that's White Jesus walking through the door of your company, Diana? It's a hard day to be a Caitlin Clark hater. Let's send all the Caitlin Clark haters help. Let's make sure they're okay. Let's make sure they're okay. I hope Caitlin Clark is somewhere shooting golf and laughing. Just forward and laughing, cackling. This is funny. You can't make this stuff up. This WNBA season will go down in the history books. Well, it won't be books. It'll go down in the history tablets. I'm telling you. Seriously. Nonetheless, shout out to White Jesus and everyone that made the All-Star. I keep saying All-Star. The WNBA first team. Okay? I know the haters are seething. But White Jesus is here. She's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. The fans aren't going anywhere. Deal with it. Deal with it. No one's leaving. You leave. You get out. All of you. Asia Wilson. She made the first team. Breanna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, and Alyssa Thomas. I don't know how she's there. And like I said, Sabrina Ionescu, Kai Copper, Nneka Ogwumike, Arike Ogunbowale, and Jonquel Jones. They make up the first team and second team all WNBA teams, okay? There's an update with Caitlin Clark and White Jesus. They were spotted at the Indiana Pacers games. So for any fans wondering if Kelsey Mitchell is going to leave, let's take a look at what Kelsey Mitchell is up to in the offseason. There they are. There they are. All right. Boy, what a day that we are living in where WNBA players are being highlighted at NBA games, right? Mind you, this was at like a Pacers game. It's the preseason, and the Pacers game didn't even look as packed as in Gamebridge as like a normal Fever game. But nonetheless, talk about growth in the league that White Jesus brought to where they're being featured as guests at an NBA game. Kelsey Mitchell isn't going anywhere. Who would walk away from this opportunity? And remember when Cheryl Swoops said earlier in the season, she went on, I think, Gil's podcast, and she said there were players on the team that she know personally is unhappy. We're not counting Alyssa Smith. She can go. But she mentioned, I think, Lexi Hall, and she said she knows her personally. She mentioned Kelsey Mitchell, and she said, you know, there's players there that they're just not happy. They're not happy on that team. Kelsey looks happy to me. She doesn't look unhappy at all. Where do you see unhappiness? You shut your pie hole. Shut your pie hole right now. Seriously. Now, if Cheryl was talking about Alyssa Smith, that's fine. Alyssa, we're unhappy with you too. So this is one of those things where, like, you know, when you're in a relationship and both are unhappy and you just sit down and say, look, why don't we just go our separate ways? Let's do that. Now, Alyssa, we're unhappy with you too. Seriously. Nonetheless, shout out to Kelsey Mitchell. She's not going anywhere. I think we're going to have the best backcourt in the WNBA next season. And meanwhile, Alyssa's still being weird on the internet, and Caitlin Clark is just shooting golf. That's it. Good for her. I love this story. It keeps getting better. It keeps getting better. Thank you for the super chat, Sade. Thank you. Seriously. All right. RC says, CJ, my mom wants a third shirt before Christmas. The shirts are in stock on the site. I don't think any of them are sold out, if I'm not mistaken. So, absolutely. Absolutely. She can certainly order one. I'm going to release some long sleeve ones now since the weather is changing. So we'll have long sleeve shirts coming out and other merch as we're going into the college season. Okay. As we are going into the college season, speaking of college season, AP released their top 25 for women's college basketball this season. And of course, South Carolina is number 1, the defending champions. UConn is number 2. You have USC, Texas, UCLA, Notre Dame, LSU, Iowa State, NC State, and Oklahoma that ranks in the top 10. Now, I had a problem with this list. I do. Where is Iowa? Where is Iowa? What's happening? Now, I get it. Caitlin Clark is gone. Lisa Bluder left, but you still have Jen taking over, who, of course, is coming from a winning culture, has great experience. You're telling me Iowa can't get in the top 25? Who's a part of AP? I'd like to have a conversation. I'd like to talk to the manager. And I think if we're being honest, I think UConn is ranked too high. I can't wait to see what Paige does this year. I can't wait, Geno. You better hope your girl gets you a trophy. You better hope. But people at USC, LSU, South Carolina would have something to say about that. Iowa State as well. Noah says, but losing CC and Bluder, I get that. This may be a rebuilding year, but you're telling me they're not in the top 25? They're not in the top 25 over Indiana? Alabama? Alabama has one good girl. That's it. Did I see Kentucky? How is Kentucky on this list? They stink. I think Iowa is going to surprise a lot of people. I do. I think Iowa is going to surprise a lot of people. I have no idea how Kentucky made this list. If I'm not mistaken, I have no idea how Kentucky made this list. Because they'll have a rebuilding year this year as well, a rebuilding season. They just got a new coach, and Petty left. So how are they in the top 25? They stunk. Nonetheless, speaking of the college season that's rolling around, South Carolina stepped on the court yesterday for their exhibition game against Memphis. They won 106-63. Okay. Freshman standout Joyce Edwards, she had a double-double in her freshman debut with 19 points and 12 rebounds. Malaysia Fulwale had 10 points, but she did have a second half injury. I don't think it was serious. I think she tweaked her ankle. That's what it looked like. Ankle injuries, for the most part, guys, are so hard to watch. Oh, my God. I have to turn my head from the TV, especially when they start replaying it. I hate them. Nonetheless, Malaysia Fulwale left the second half. And she didn't return to the game after an ankle tweak. I think she's fine, though. They'll shoot her up with some of that stuff that they give these players that they love. And they'll tell her, you get back out there. You get back out there right now. Danksy Art says it's a rebuild for Iowa and new head coach means everybody takes a step back with their confidence preseason. I still think Iowa should have been in the top 25. You put Kentucky in the top 25. You don't put Iowa in the top 25 after the season that they had? Seriously. Nonetheless, though, what was I saying? Oh, South Carolina. So it's way too early. Way too early. But I'm going to speak on it. I don't think we're going to see the dominant season that we have been seeing from South Carolina this season. I don't. I know. South Carolina fans, don't start coming at me. The Dawn Staley worshippers, don't start coming at me. I like Dawn Staley. I think she's a good coach. They're not looking. I don't think they're going to be as dominant. They're lacking in the paint. Sanaa Fagan looked good. And this child coming off the bench at Hell Tech, she plays hard. I'll say that. She plays hard. But over the past few years, Dawn Staley has had that dominant post presence from Asia Wilson, Aaliyah Boston, Camila Cardoso. She's been able to really dominate in the paint, but I just don't think she has that this season at all. Joyce Edwards is doing fine, but will do fine, but she's a rookie. She's a freshman. Dawn, I think you better go get Ashlyn Watkins. I know they said that she can't come back until her legal issues are taken care of, but I remember Dawn Staley said in an interview that what she liked to do in her spare time is to go down to court and watch court proceedings. That's what she liked to do. She says she knows judges. She loves to hang out in the court and just sit back and watch how court cases and stuff. Dawn, you need to call some of your court friends or some of your judges' friends. Call them and get Ashlyn Watkins back on this team. It's not looking too good. Way too early to speak, but it's not looking too good. To me. I have a lot of thoughts about My'Lasia Fulwiley, but I'm not going to speak too soon. It's a small sample size right now, but okay, I'll say it. I think My'Lasia Fulwiley should get more time. But I'm going to see what happens. We're going to see. Thank you, RC. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. RC says CJ isn't foolish. USC and UCLA are in the big this year. So I'm assuming you meant to say Iowa would be tested early. Yeah. But I also think South Carolina will be tested. I don't think we're about to see South Carolina just beat up everybody. No. I think LSU is going to give South Carolina a game. Anissa Morrow. Y'all aren't finna just score all over her and Flau'jae and Michaela. No. It's not going to happen at Texas with Rory Harmon. No. It's not going to happen. And I don't know why that child's name can't come to my head. Who's Rory Harmon's? I can see her face. Who's that there in Texas with Rory Harmon? I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her name sometimes. I don't know why I can't think of her But yeah, Baylor. Again, Baylor? But I'll do a different live as we get closer to the college season as far as the W360, who we will be watching this season, and players that I'm looking forward to watching. One that I'll definitely have my eye on is Hailey Van Lith. I can't wait to see what Hailey Van Lith does at TCU, because after that performance last season, Hailey, I hope you make up for it. Seriously. Madison Booker. That's who she is. Madison Booker. South Carolina not beating Texas with Madison Booker and Rory Harmon. No. Absolutely not. Seriously. But we'll get into more into the college season as the college season approaches. It was just so refreshing, guys, to see South Carolina on the TV last night. Like, to see that the college season is here and it's close. I'm excited. I'm excited for Juju Watkins and LSU, South Carolina, Iowa. I'm excited to see how they bounce back. Iowa State, Texas. I'd like to see what Tennessee is going to do with their new coach, because Lord knows Kelly Harper had to go. And I like Kelly Harper. I like Kelly Harper, but her time was up. Okay. So, yes, this should be fun this season. Moving right along, where are we at? All right, game 3 is getting ready to start. Okay, game 3 is getting ready to start, but I want to talk about this really quick. Unrivaled, the league. If you guys don't know, If you guys don't know, Unrivaled is the league that will start in January. This is a sub-league that Nafisha Collier and Breanna Stewart put together. It's a 3-on-3 league for players to play in so they don't have to go overseas, okay? Now, breaking news today. They have partnered with TNT Sports, and the Women's Basketball League Unrivaled has reached a multi-year media rights partnership. Now, what will happen is they will have 45 plus primetime games, 3 nights a week, TNT games on Mondays and Fridays, True TV games on Saturdays. All games will be streamed on Max, and the season begins on January the 17th, 2025. Now, I'm going to be honest, I'm not downloading HBO Max. I don't have it. I'm not downloading it to watch these games. But I will catch the games on TNT. It's a part of my YouTube TV, so I will cover it. This is a good look for Unrivaled. For those of you that care, this is a good look. Now, I'm interested to see who will be watching. I'll be watching, but who will be watching with me? I'm tuned in, but at the end of the day, this is a good deal. I mean, this is more than the WNBA did. This is actually bigger than the actual league. So how does this happen? How does it happen? Who's watching Unrivaled? Anyone in the chat? W360 family, y'all tuning in to Unrivaled? Al, someone said, not me, CJ, just tell us. Kelly said, gotta support my girl Nafisha. Noah says 3-on-3 would be interesting. April's watching. Lauren says, not me. RC is on the fence, and Dansky Art probably not. It'll be in January, so I think besides college basketball, I'll check it out. I'll certainly check it out. I'll definitely be covering it on the W360 in addition to the college season. So Isaac said, oh no. Nonetheless, this is really dope to hear. And also what I read that like TNT has put a lot of money behind Unrivaled as well. So let's hope this investment has a return. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Bonnie? What's up, Bonnie? Bonnie says, yes, I love Kim Mulkey. Thanks, Sade. Yeah, Kim Mulkey is one of my favorite coaches. I love Kim Mulkey, guys. I will say that now. Okay. So, yep, that's with Unrivaled. That's what's happening with Unrivaled. Excuse me. Angel Reese is viral again. Angel Reese is viral again. And I don't need hoteps and everybody coming after me. I don't even feel like it. I'll say this. She's viral. She's letting people know. She went viral for telling people that she pays $8,000 a month for rent. Let's just take a look at the video and I'll come back and talk about it.
He ain't pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is my, I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? Let me see. You don't even. Yo! I'm living beyond my means. It's like. No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means. Like y'all think. Babe, if y'all thought. It's like. Let me see. I don't even know my salary for WNBA. That thing. Did that even pay my car note?
Yeah, I think it pays your car note.
Yeah. I ain't doing it, that thing.
Chicago Sky fans, that's y'all girl. That's what Angel Reese is up to. This was after the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And Angel Reese let it be known that the WNBA don't pay her salary and not her $8,000 rent. Okay. And I think the first question that I would ask is, where is her mother? Where is her mom? Where's her dad? Where's her mentors that could just say, Angel, you're a star. Millions of people are following you, and you get on the internet and let people know that you're being robbed for $8,000 a month. Now, if people don't know, the WNBA offer housing. They give you housing during the season when you're there. But you chose to pay $8,000 a month in rent. You're just telling the world, hey, I'm dumb and financially irresponsible. There doesn't even need to be a media campaign. Nobody has to try. You're going to make people not like you. Hurt yourself, Angel. That's not the way to go about making people like you or wanting people to like you or look up to you by saying my $74,000 salary from WNBA don't even pay my rent. That's who you work for, Angel. You don't see Caitlin Clark on the internet doing this. Caitlin Clark is just shooting golf. She's just shooting golf. That's it. Sade says she's rich, CJ. I think you're just speaking out of your tax bracket. With all due respect. No, the thing is, fine, cool, pay $8,000 a month. But the thing is to get on the internet and say, oh, the WNBA don't pay my, like, it's so pompous. It's just so distasteful. It's distasteful. It's distasteful. You set yourself up because your skill set doesn't match your attitude. It doesn't match. So in 4 years, if a team don't pick you up, guess what people are going to do? They're going to pull up that video and say, hey, can you still pay this $8,000 rent? Who are the older people around her that can say, hey, chill, just relax, chill, relax a little bit. I don't know, man. I'm just glad the person that I'm pushing and promoting is just shooting golf. That's it. And Reese talked like she got Caitlin Clark money. Look at Caitlin Clark and how she behaves, and then look at Angel Reese and how she behaves. And you wonder why the audience gravitates this way. Seriously. And I'm not hating. I don't need the hoteps coming after me as a black woman. You shouldn't. As a black woman, you look. Save your time. Don't send me all these emails and these comments. I don't read them. Stop sending me this stuff. I don't care what you're saying. Seriously. Lauren says she has black privilege. Lauren, you are crazy. I love it. Seriously. Usog Whiff says live within your means. I'm not counting anybody's pockets. No one made her come on the internet and say she paid $8,000 for rent. And like, it's just so tacky to me. It's so tacky. It's so tacky. 33HZ says they gonna call you a. Oh, that's a coon. I should share my screen and walk y'all through my email. How many of the hoteps come calling me a coon daily? And I'm just like, ooh, y'all got to find y'all something to do. Perhaps lotion up. It's just ashy hoteps just in my mentions. You a coon as a black woman, as a black woman, as a black woman. It's like, oh, girl, you're wasting your time. All right, where we at? 6:56. Okay, the game is about to start. All right, so let me move on. Game 3. Sending well wishes to Angel Reese, and I hope someone, her mom, start there, can just get in your child's ear tell her to just be relaxed a little bit. That's all. Excuse me. Game 3 is taking place tonight. I'm not going to spend much time on this. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys because honestly, I can't come on this channel and fake it. I can't. I was going to like, but I can't fake it. I didn't watch game 2. Don't shoot me. I'll watch it tonight because I don't have other things to do. But game 2, I just had other things to do. When the regular season was going on and I had the show and we were going live after the games, I set an appointment and literally made sure I watched the games. I'm not setting an appointment to watch every one of these finals games. But tonight, Liberty played the Lynx. I think New York will win. Shout out to Courtney Williams. She had a good game. I think New York will pull it out. But let's talk about this. This is what stood out to me from this finals. Breanna Stewart. Breanna Stewart went viral because she's on national television. Not talking about her finals. Not talking about the finals that happened. And that she's involved in. But she's talking about someone emailed her wife a death threat and they, emailed mean things to her wife. And, let's take a look. And I'm just going to be honest about it. And if you're sensitive, I think this may be the time for you to click off the live. Let's take a look at what Breanna Stewart said. I think this was on SportsCenter. Instead of talking about the finals, this is what Breanna Stewart is on SportsCenter talking about.
Breanna, thank you as always so much for making the time. And when we set this interview a couple of days ago, right, the intention was to dive into the series, and we will certainly do that. But this week, it was reported that your wife, Marta, received a threatening and homophobic email. What happened there?
Yeah, it came after the game 1 loss. And, sometimes people are taking things a little bit too far and too out of context. And Marta had gotten homophobic death threats. A few other things have happened, but just making sure that we're doing as much as possible to continue to make sure that our team and the league is aware of the situation and continue to keep everybody safe.
Yeah, this is in light of a very public discussion right now this season surrounding the W, the level of racism, of homophobia, of hate that players are receiving. What do you say to one another when this happens?
I think what we say to one another is, inside of this league, it's kind of like, why is this happening? Because we are the most inclusive league in all of professional sports, and I can say that with confidence. But there's no place for hate, homophobic racism. We want to continue to make sure that not only am I using this platform to make sure that we're keeping it consistent and really putting the pressure on, the league to keep us safe, but knowing this is happening not only in this league, but really around the world, and it's unacceptable.
So Breanna Stewart's wife, she received basically an email, a troll email. I have a copy of the email here, or at least a summary of it. An anonymous homophobe sent a vicious anti-gay email to the wife of WNBA superstar Breanna Stewart, and it's apparently not the first time the Post has learned Stewart's wife, former pro basketball player Marta Zargay Casandamont, walked into the NYPD 78 precinct in Brooklyn on Thursday to report the heinous email, which said, "I hope someone shoots your wife dead. F you. Dies, I guess. I hope you both die." Among other things, police sources added that a memo by NBA security said the email was sent from an internet address that has been associated with other hateful mishives, including death threats, bomb threats, and more racist rhetoric. All right, so here's the thing. Yes, let's state the obvious. There's no place for homophobia and, racism and all of that in the league. It's actually no place for it in the world. But guess what? We're here in this world in 2024 and it exists. If we were to sit on TV with every athlete that received emails like this, tweets like this, I think what's a football coach just had to move from his home. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying that. I think it was the Lions coach, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me. But a football coach address was leaked. But if we had to sit and talk about these type of things that professional players receive, we'd be here until Jesus come back. We'd be right here sitting, going through email and tweet after tweet. Breanna, deal with it. Goodness gracious, your league that's what comes with sports. How many times have I had to say this on this platform? Deal with it. Damn. It happens. You don't see. I'm so. Wrap the league up. It's game 3 tonight. Hopefully New York win. And then Friday, New York can win again. And just wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it all up. Just wrap it up. Wrap this league up. Wrap this season up. Wrap it up. Like, what do you want us to do, Breanna? It happens. It's professional sports. My goodness. And again, I'm not condoning it, but okay. Goodness gracious. Nonetheless, game 3 is happening tonight. I do think New York will get the edge over Minnesota. Only if Jonquel Jones can just stay in her right mind. Don't let them get her frustrated. Once Jonquel Jones gets frustrated, it's over. It's over. But I don't think that Minnesota can match up with New York player for player. I don't think they have an answer for Jonquel Jones. And when Sabrina Ionescu is hot, and of course Breanna Stewart is hot, they have an edge over Minnesota. To me. But we'll see tonight. The game is starting, guys. The game is actually probably starting right now. They may be doing WNBA pregame. I'm not exactly sure. But it's starting tonight. I encourage everyone to tune in. They've gotten great ratings over the first 2 games, so that's great to see. I want to end this video on a positive note, guys. One thing I ran across online was Flau'jae Johnson. I want to show you guys this video. I thought it was amazing, and I hope to see other college players investing their NIL money as well and accordingly. So I want to play you guys this video before we head out, okay?
What's going to prove you're the owner of this property now? Since with land, you'll see your name in the records next year. Okay, January 1st, they'll change the assessments in the office, and they'll change the tax bills to your name. Okay. Perfect.
I just bought 20 acres. I cannot wait to clear this out and build this community. And then you pull up, and I'm gonna jump in. Where I'm pulling up.
I love y'all.
Where I'm pulling up at.
So Flau'jae Johnson from LSU women's basketball just purchased 20 acres of land, and she's planning on building a community. Okay. Talk about generational wealth and it investing your money. I love it. I think Angel Reese. Nonetheless, Guys, other than that, that is going to wrap up this episode of the W360. Make sure you tune into Game 3, New York Liberty versus the Minnesota Lynx. Follow me on Instagram at the W360_. We have a good time on Instagram. I'm going to be honest. We do. We have a great time on Instagram. Okay. So make sure you are following me, the W360_. Make sure you shop the W360.com. If you have not, stay up to date. Follow me because we are adding more merch. The season is changing. So we're going to do some hoodies. We're going to do some long sleeve tees. We're going to do some college season stuff. And of course, some other merch as well. Okay. I'm working on it. I'm so picky about merch, guys. Like, I wanted to release the tumblers, but then I was like, no, let's change the color again. In a meeting yesterday, so because I really want to put out like my best and what I like and what I think everyone will like. So be patient with me because I am so picky. I promise you I'm so picky. Nonetheless, make sure you guys are following me. Your notifications are on, and we're navigating into the college season. Okay. So this train does not stop. All right. Other than that, guys, please, please, please take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Tune into the game tonight. Follow me on Twitter. I'll talk to you guys on Twitter. And until next episode, peace and soul grease. Oh.